your tape around your waist and fasten at the front.
Hi there, fellow travelers. So, I'm making this quick guide regarding transit visas and connecting flights. Kasi recently on a Facebook group, I've been seeing several offloaded travelers. So, yeah, sad to hear that. And of course, a lot of questions regarding connecting flights and if do you need a visa for your connecting flights. So, yeah, medyo magulo siya because different travelers have different circumstances. So, in this video, I will clarify for our fellow Pinoy travelers. So, this video is primarily for fellow Pinoy travelers, but it will also apply to other nationalities that have limited visa-free access to other countries tulad natin mga Pinoy. So, let's tackle yung biggest issue is, do I need a transit visa? Well, it depends on a per person basis as I mentioned earlier. First, let's tackle the most obvious one, which is yung same airlines ang connecting flight. For example, if you're going to Germany and you will be flying Emirates only with a layover at Dubai. So, it's Manila to Dubai, then Dubai to, let's say, Frankfurt, yung airport sa Germany. Do you need a transit visa? No. The main reason for this is because if you have a connecting flight with the same airlines, you don't need to leave the transit area of the airport. Hindi required ang visa sa transit area. This is the area where you just switch to a different gate or like in Dubai, interconnected on terminals and without going out of the transit area. If you have watched The Terminal starring Tom Hanks, the area where he is stuck in is the transit area or lounge, which is visa free. For example, in this video, our flight is from Emirates Manila and we have a layover sa Dubai. So, as you can see, we're transiting now sa transit area and we don't need to go out of the transit area to check in to our next flight because it's the same airline, which is Emirates, going to Europe. If you have a different airline for your next connecting flight, you might need to go out of the transit area to check in again and claim your baggages if you have any baggages. Meaning, you will need a visa because you will go through immigration again. How about if you book different airlines? Do you need a transit visa? Well, it really depends on the booking and situation. So, medyo complicated sa topic na to. So, we will need to do a deep dive on this one. Different scenarios like different airlines, different countries, and airline partnerships make this complicated. So, I read in a Schengen-related Facebook group, Schengen is for Europe, yun yung visa, that one fellow Pinoy traveler got offloaded sa NAIA pa lang. At first, medyo malabo yung post since kulang yung details, but medyo nag-gain siya ng traction since a lot were commenting na dapat hindi daw siya na-offload since even if you're in the EU, tapos may single entry visa ka, you really don't need a multiple entry. Which is true because the Schengen area, once you enter it, you can treat inter-country flights as like a domestic one. So, no need to check in again in the immigration. That's what makes the Schengen visa really good because you only need one visa for the whole EU. So, apparently, she has different airlines. So, first is Manila to Korea via Jeju Air. And Jeju Air board denied her booking sa NAIA pa lang. Why? It's because her flight to Europe, which is to Amsterdam, is a different airline. So, Jeju Air and Turkish Airlines doesn't have a partnership. Meaning, once you arrive at Korea, you will need to exit the transit area. Basically, if you have different airlines without any partnership or code share agreements, upon arrival at the connecting airport, you will need to go out of the transit area and check in again to your next airline. If you have baggages, you will need to claim your baggages and check in those baggages too on your next flight. You will need to go through immigration again. And since our example scenario doesn't have a Korean visa, she only had a Schengen visa. She got offloaded since several nationalities, including us Filipinos, need it since we require a visa in Korea, even if you are just transiting. There's certain exceptions as well, like this image from the official Korean visit website. Like if you have a visa with re-entry permit to countries like the US, Canada, and even the EU, can enter Korea 30 days without any visa for free. I'll leave the link to the Korea visa-free entry for Filipino transit tourists in the description below. The best way is to really do your research if you are unsure about your connecting flights with different airlines. That's why it's always best to just book via the official website of airlines and book the same airlines if you don't want the extra hassle. You might think that you're saving a lot by using third party websites that offer lower rates with different connecting flights. But issues like a delayed flight might cause you a lot of trouble, as delays on your initial flight might cause you to miss your connecting flight. And neither both of these airlines has any liability to you. How about two different airlines that have partnership and codeshare agreements? For this scenario, you don't need a transit visa since you won't be exiting the transit area. So one example of this, again, in the same Shenzhen group may nabasa ako, it's PAL and Emirates. Our example is Philippine Airlines and Emirates, which has a partnership allowing you to book a flight with Philippine Airlines and then connecting you at Dubai International Airport for your onward journey to the EU and other regions. This is due to the airline partnership or agreements that makes this function like a connecting flight with one airline, allowing you to book a flight with two different airline carriers, but the airline carrier will handle everything, including transferring your baggage at the airport for your connecting flight and giving you the boarding pass for your whole journey. It's best to check out and research information on this before booking a flight. But usually, when you book a flight with one airline website, they will automatically give you the available partner airline options that they have. So, that's just the basics of transit visas and connecting flights. I'm pretty sure there are a lot more information that we haven't covered, technicalities with different airports or airlines and countries. So always do your research, and if you have anything that you would like to share to help our fellow Pinoy travelers, comment down below. And of course, if you like this video, please like and subscribe so I can create more travel videos, not just for us Pinoys and for other nationalities as well that needs informations like this. So thanks and see you on your next travel. Bye.